Welcome to Season 8 of the Road to Glory with Cambridge United. This is our first year with continental football. We're in the Champions League. We assured that at the end of last season, and I had a look through the free agents at the beginning of this. Unfortunately, nobody to look at on this occasion, nobody of any real note, so we won't be signing any free agents. We do, however, have a decent budget available to us. Currently 56.6 million. I'll adjust that to 90-10. 57.5 million pounds. With, of course, a number of players on the transfer list to potentially raise yet further funds. As I advance today, Giovanni Reina will join us on a free. And Dom Brown is the main priority for me in this season, in this transfer window. I want Dom Brown in. I want Ollie Skip out, and the money that's raised by Skip's transfer should give us enough money to be able to bring in Dom Brown. Hopefully then, with the sale of Nathan Collins and Ethan Clark, we can raise the funds to bring in another centre-back as well. That is the plan, that is the aim at the beginning of this season. Campos is still our joint highest rated player at 87 alongside Sanderberger. We've yet further growth from players like Brian Son, which is great, up to 77. Hoping that we can get some more growth out of Cano and Jack Rolls this year. Their on-field performances are spectacular. Their overall rating doesn't yet match that. Abadia's up to 83. Baranachea is up to 81. Hoping to get some more growth out of Wilson this year, or even just some growth out of Wilson this year. I don't think he actually grew too much at all last year, if at all. Perez Seol is up to 82, and we should see some continued growth from him too. The squad is looking decent, but obviously could do with the added depth of a couple more players being brought in. That is what we aim to do in this transfer window. What the board want from me this year, youth-wise, sign at least 3 players that are younger than 20, and then decrease the average age of the squad to 24. I've never seen that before. The average age right now is 25.1, so they want us to show faith in youth. We are buying some slightly younger players and moving on some slightly older players, but whether we'll be able to lower the average age that much, I'm not sure. It might mean letting go a couple of our older players that we were just kind of hanging on to for the sake of hanging on to them. Brand exposure-wise, £27 million should be easily done. Financially, it's critical this season that apparently we hold on to at least £18 million of our unallocated funds. Currently, we've much more than that. And long-term wise, they want us to increase the club worth by 20%. We should be able to do that this year with the European football. But interesting to see that brand exposure and financial now take on a high and critical role, obviously paying off that new stadium move. Domestically, they want us to finish in a Europa League spot, so that should be relatively easily achievable. FA Cup, round of 16, I'd like to win that trophy this season. And continentally, in the Champions League, they want me to reach the quarter-final in my first ever year in Europe. That might be slightly more difficult than initially we'd perhaps hope. We'll have to wait and see who we get in our group. In our pre-season tournament, there's Dortmund, Leverkusen and Sociedad in our group. Then Borussia Mönchengladbach, Athletic Club de Bilbao, Valencia and Sporting Lisbon Benfica in the other half. So it's a very, very tough pre-season group. We've not had a pre-season tournament that strong for a very long time, if at all, in this save. There's only about £4 million available from it as well. It's not particularly rewarding, so I'm not overly fussed about how far we do or don't go in this pre-season tournament. Obviously, we'll simulate our way through the pre-season tournament and go towards the first games of the Premier League season. I, as of yet, haven't checked to see who our first game of the year is, but throughout the course of the episode, we'll get a better picture as to what is available, how much money we have, and what positions we're looking at. But initially, as I'm at this stage of recording, I'm looking for a centre-back. That is the main role that I would look to improve in after I've got Dom Brown in. He is the biggest aim or the biggest transfer I would like to get done is Dom Brown in at Cambridge United. Back to Cambridge United after, of course, we sold him in a previous season. So we now have at the club Giovanni Reina. He's currently on international duty, unfortunately, so not able to come straight into the starting lineup, but he will go onto the bench ahead of Evans. Not yet in the starting lineup. I will continue to give Barrenechea the nod for now because he did show some growth last season. But Ethan Clark is going to be the player that we're looking to move on to make way for Giovanni Reina. That is an improvement to the overall depth at the club. And Evans plays better, even though his full rating's lower than Ethan Clark, and Clark is worth more. It makes sense to sell Clark. So that's what we're going to look to do. So as things stand right now, like I say, looking for a centre-back. But we won't know how much money we'll have to spend on that centre-back until a little bit later on in the episode. So do perhaps hold fire with your suggestions, or feel free to comment twice. Once with what you initially feel now, and then again once you know exactly what the parameters are for our next signing. We might not be able to get Don Brown in, and if we can't, then obviously that frees up more funds elsewhere. Pleased to have actually gotten a bigger budget this season, though. Obviously last year we were only given 12 million. But this season we've been able to get ourselves a pretty hefty budget. So definitely the biggest budget we've had so far, and I do envisage us spending pretty much all of it. Not, though, good enough to get a result against Bayer Leverkusen, and I have a feeling that's going to be a running theme. 7 days for Ollie Skip, that's fine. 9 days for Norris, that's manageable as well. We do have Dortmund in this pre-season tournament. Obviously, we just signed Giovanni Reina from them. He wasn't necessarily playing every week in all competitions, but he was a pretty regular starter for them in the Champions League group stage games. Oh, to be fair, I played the wrong side, didn't I, in that first game? Never mind. Maybe this can see us have a better result then with the first team 11 out. Sociedad lost 2-1 to Dortmund. I'd like to think that we can get a win here, and Abadia starts us off perfectly with a goal inside 60 seconds. Our top goal scorer last season, and certainly I expect him to lead the line again in all competitions this year. Porto has equalised, Porto has equalised for Sociedad though, so it's not necessarily guaranteed that we're going to get 3 points here, and we will have to score again in the second half. Presume that's Liam Cooper coming on for Gorosabel, and it does look like it is going to be a 1-1 draw. Dortmund beat Leverkusen, so we have to win against Dortmund to stand a chance of going through, and hope that Leverkusen lose to Sociedad. Although, to be fair, I think we're out. Even if we win this next game, I think we're out. So we'll wait and see what happens, but not that confident. We'll just auto-replace for this game, and again, hope to challenge against Dortmund. Who are they playing? Who's in their starting lineup now? Berkey, Akanji, Comert, Zuma, Mendes, Sabitzer, Pellegrini, Guerrero, Gomez, Appiah, Orlan. Some unexpected names in there. I don't know who Kummer is. I don't know who Mendes, the left back. He says Jack Rolls gives us the 1-0 lead. Never mind. Marcel Sabitzer gives them an equaliser not long after half-time. Presumably that's the Appiah that we had on the left-hand side of our midfield on loan earlier on in the save. But not interested in getting him in permanently. Sociedad beat Leverkusen. We draw here against Dortmund. So 2 points for us in the group stage, and out, unfortunately. We only get 900,000 from that. Not to worry. Hoping then to improve our financial situation with some extra player sales throughout the course of the next few weeks. As of yet, not really looking to change my training regimes. The majority of players are going to grow well enough with dynamic potential, and those that we want to grow most outside of dynamic potential, we are already training. So we have, what is Don Brown on a week? 105 grand. Now, it's probably going to take more than I've currently got to be able to bring him in. So I'm not sure. I mean, I could try a player swap, but it would I'd probably end up overpaying quite considerably. I could try someone like Palomino, but they're not interested in him. Are they interested in perhaps someone else in the position? They are. This is just a real clutch at straws, though. I mean, I could try Skip, but I doubt that would bring his actual. No, they're not interested in Skip either. It wouldn't bring his overall. Wouldn't bring the overall fee that we'd have to pay down enough. Ethan Clark, are you interested in him? No, they're not interested in Ethan Clark either. How about another position, striker-wise? Adeviejo, nah, it's not going to happen. And I'm pretty sure that transfer fee-wise, if I offer them 55 million, they're going to say a quick, swift no to that. And they're going to want upwards of 70. Upwards of 80. Where? I can't afford that right now. I do need to sell to be able to buy Don Brown in. Our budget is not going to stretch that far as it stands. Waiting then to see if we get any bids in the not too distant future, which hopefully we do. Transfer for Kyle Noyle. He's originally actually on the loan list. And 800 grand isn't going to make the difference, is it? Between getting or not getting Don Brown. So I'm quite happy to reject that one. I'd rather have the body than the extra few £1,000s. A loan for Harry Darling. At the minute, I'll say no because we haven't yet figured out what we're going to do at centre-back. But perhaps we could loan him out a little bit later. Let's give Brian Son a try and get his overall rating up a little bit if we can. He's certainly making good progress there towards being 78 rated now. So should see some more consistent growth from him this season. I do actually need to check and see who we start the season with domestically, fixture-wise. No bids yet, which is slightly annoying. This is a scout report that's come back on one of the free agents that I scouted, but he's 71 rated. He's not going to be any good, and he's already signed for FC Utrecht, so I couldn't sign him even if I wanted to, nor do I want to. So we start the season with Leicester and Fulham and end the first month with Norwich and Southampton. Certainly 4 very winnable games. It's not until we face Arsenal there and then Liverpool, Manchester City. Wow, what a month October's going to be. And of course, we haven't yet had our Champions League group stage drawn either, which I'm very intrigued to see who is in it. I'm praying for a favourable draw, but I'm not sure whether we'll get one. Obviously, you guys know that I load the save to the beginning of the season and then save there, scout all of the free agents that I'm potentially interested in and advance like 3 months just to see what their overalls are so I know whether to go for them so that they don't sign for someone else. And in that instance, we got AC Milan and... I should probably stop training Ethan Clark now. When he leaves, I will. I had AC Milan and Paris Saint-Germain in my group stage, so I'm hoping that the draw is kinder to us in the actual full save now as we're driving forward. But it doesn't look like we're going to get any bids for Skip or for Ethan Clark or for Nathan Collins. And Skip is saying, can he play? There are bigger games ahead, Mr. Skip. I do want you to leave, really. There's £50+ million that we could raise there. But people are going to have to bid. I did get bids in that, again, where I advanced further forward. I did get bids, so it's not an issue that we haven't yet. I do think that they'll come. It's just that they haven't necessarily come as soon as we would like them. I've updated the game, but I don't yet have an update for the kit mods. So the little mini pictures here are the original ones, but obviously we will actually be wearing the kits from last season. And I'm away for a few days now, as you guys know. So when I get back, Merry Kits will have the updated... We'll keep the home kit. I think from now on, I'm going to keep the home kit and add the away kit that was launched for real life in-game add that in-game as well. So we'll have next year's real life Cambridge United home kit. Similarly, the away kit, and the only kit that will actually change will be this alternate kit moving forward. But for now, we're going to crack on and play our first home game of the new season. And fingers crossed, we can start with 3 points and a good performance. And I think I just glanced there as well that Campos is up to 88 rated now, which is wonderful. Right, Leicester's starting lineup has Daniel Leverson in goal still. Pereira, Chimilera, Soyuncu and Chilwell. Soyuncu could be a decent centre-back. Bakayoko, Marcos Llorente and Santa Maria. With Fabri, Kelechi and Felipe Anderson. I don't know whether Fabri's a new signing perhaps for them. I don't recall playing against him before. Soyuncu could be a very good option for us at centre-back, but it all depends on how much money we've got, and I would obviously prefer to get Don Brown back to the club more so than sign anyone else at this stage. But if I haven't been able to get either of those deals done, or with regards to either selling someone to raise the funds or gotten Don Brown in, you guys will have to let me know if you would like me to continue to prioritise to sell Don Brown or to sign Don Brown and prioritise that signing, or stick with Basuma for another 6 months at least, if not a year, and prioritise a centre-back to replace Mepham to play alongside Cano. I'm currently still leaning towards signing Don Brown, but we'll have to wait and see. Basuma, though, is in here and starts the season with a goal. What a player Yves Basuma is turning out to be for us. First goal of the new season, scored by the man that really set the last end of last season alight. Very, very good dynamic midfielder for us. Pushing forward, you expect Abadia or Jack Rolls to score the opening goal, but no, it's Basuma again. Marcos Llorente, cross there to Bakayoko. It's gone for a 1-2, but Coletti actually will look for him. Oh, the 1-2-3. They're going for the extra pass. No, Santa Maria fires it wide. Leicester's best chance of the game by a margin. And he's got the space to have a decent effort there, but he's cut across the ball and it's gone comfortably wide. Nobody's really struggling for fitness, but I am going to bring Giovanni Reina on here just to have a go with him, see what he's like. We won't make any other changes outside that. I don't think we need to be completely honest. Let's see what Giovanni Reina is all about, shall we? Maybe he can be the player that gives us that extra creative spark that we need to find this second goal. It's Chilwell. An early delivery that Wilson can only head behind for a corner. Will come in from that far side. Felipe Anderson to deliver it. And it's a good delivery too. Campos heads that away nicely. Definitely to safety. But Ricardo Pereira's pacey enough to beat Abadia too. That, oh, Bakayoko's back heel. Did that take a deflection off Kanu? It didn't. He thought about waving a foot at it. In the end, driven wide by the Leicester man. 20 minutes to go. Not a massively impressive start to this season for us, but a win is a win. And Leicester are a decent side that can cause problems if you aren't at your best. So far, we've been pretty solid. Pereira out to Araujo. Has come off the bench here, looking for Coletti in the middle. Abadia will get to that first. Try and quickly switch. It wasn't the best of balls from Rolls, but he didn't really have the angle, really. I shouldn't have played the pass at the moment that I did. Go on, Campos. Run! Get there, David! Always a heavy touch. Will he get there ahead of the keeper? Yes, but... Oh, Reina! No, Everson. No! Oh, I tried to cancel that and couldn't. Everson off the post. Giovanni Reina so close to a debut goal. Great positioning. Really well struck. To be fair, top save. I'll have that back, thank you. Should have done better with Campos. I went to try and chip it and just didn't time it right. So he took an extra touch towards the keeper and as such just ended up running straight into him. Abadia. Oh, Chumilera has been so lucky with that so far in this game. He is playing that high press. So far it's worked, but he has been fortunate on a couple of occasions. Felipe Anderson is in behind Perez Siol here. Stops and turns well, but we will win it back. And that should, I hope, see us get the victory now. Regardless of not being able to add a second goal, we are going to get ourselves 3 points to start the season off. Look through there for Wilson. Abadia just offside, I think, actually. Oh! Yeah, offside. I thought the delay in any decision there, it had to have been offside, and it was just the delay in the offside. Because if that were onside, it would have been given as a pen like that. Turned the man, nothing on the ball. Down goes Abadia. Flat on his face, but it's not to be anything for Leicester City. A defeat on their first away trip of the season and a win in our first home game of the season. Let's make it a fortress this year. It didn't work last year. Let's do it this year. Starting off on the right foot. Back to the transfer window, if not Fulham, and then we'll take it from there. Rodak still in goal for Fulham. Since he was back in the day. Alfie Mawson and Ben Davies at centre-back. Josh Onoma, Carrazor and Casey Palmer. Tube, Bobby Reed and Locadia out wide. Timmy Abraham on the bench, not Tammy. That's not a strong side. Rodak has been a very, very good goalkeeper for Fulham against us when we were at championship level. But the outfield 11 doesn't look scary at all. I think Fulham might be in trouble this season in the Premier League. We'll wait and see how their season progresses. They could, as I record this, the playoff final hasn't been played. As you see this, I think it will have been. But it will be either Fulham or Brentford that will be in the Premier League next season in real life. I think I'd like Brentford to get promoted purely because it's just something new. It's a new team that we haven't seen in the Premier League. Oh no, as if it missed Abadia in the middle and went towards the man at the back post. I must have just put too much power on it and it tried to play it to the wrong man. I know where to go with it. Which that rolls. Bissouma, Berger. Bissouma rolls through there. Abadia. Oh, good tackle. Good tackle. Okay, Fulham solid enough defensively so far that we did cut them open a moment ago. Just misplaced the pass, annoyingly. As we have done there as well. 12 minutes in. 0-0. I'm slightly frustrated that we haven't had any transfer bids for my listed players so far. But hopefully we will get some interest before the end of the window. Hopefully Fulham don't score here on this attack. Locadia back to Bryant. Ooh, tackled well enough by Perez Siol. There was some ooze from the crowd. Rolls. I could go back to Perez Siol, but is the right back really the best option? I'm going to go to Abadia. Onside and scores. We lead by a goal to 0 at Craven Cottage. Good start again. Turns his side nicely. Bissouma is there. It's poor pass decision making from me. Not Baron Chea's fault. I just shouldn't have played it to the man I tried to play it to. I don't know whether it's Locadia or Locadia. Not sure which way around, where the emphasis is in his name, but regardless, I think it's the same guy that used to play for Brighton. Or was it Huddersfield? I remember him in blue and white stripes. I think it was Huddersfield. No, I think it was Brighton, not Huddersfield. Here he is, Locadia. I've overrun slightly. Decent delivery, but Wilson should win that. Oh, Bobby Reed actually got onto that. And now Carazor's won it off Jack Rolls, so we might be in trouble. Switched that wide. Can Wilson get to that? No. Tube brings it down. It's not the... I'm trying to think. No, it's not the Tube that was at Norwich, is it? I don't think so. I'm having a flashback to Norwich having a player with a similar name. Maybe. I'm not sure. Tube out wide here to Brian. Still playing at left back for Fulham after all these years. Casey Palmer. Onuma. Tube. Casey Palmer again. Tackle from behind that's just good enough, but the pass out is over here. Still, the Fulham pressure continues. Need to get rid of this. Joe Bryant. Locadia. Palmer with a shot. That's really bad. 67% possession for them. But that's their first shot on goal. Little drag back. Pretty unnecessary, really, to be fair. Didn't necessarily earn me any extra space, did it? Baranachea inside to Abadia and rolls. Abadia's going to go again. Can't quite get it through to him. Well, it has been pretty frustrating. Nicely done by Sander. Still can't win it back, though. It's been pretty frustrating this first half. Since getting that early lead, again, not really been able to push and add to it. Similarly to Leicester. Had a lot less of the ball than we did in the first game, but we still have the same scoreline at half-time, and fingers crossed it will be at full-time too. Oh, what a through ball. Casey Palmer played in behind, and a sharp turn too. Oh, good ball back. What a save by Stefan. Anywhere else, that's 1-1. We got unlucky there that he's kicked that straight at the keeper. That through ball split me apart. For all of their possession play, that's the first time they've played a killer pass like that. To you, trying to do something on the far side on this occasion. And it could work still. Bissouma and Wilson there. And Bissouma's in the way, but can't turn to get rid of the ball. Oh, that nearly went horribly wrong, but thankfully it worked in the end. Oh, Abadia's made a good one. A good one? He's made a good one. And he's onside. Good one. Can he finish that one? No, he can't. Good save by Rodak. Bollocks. Never mind. We'll try and still get a goal if we can. Sander Berger. Abadia is there again. Good touch and turn. Shot blocked by Alfie Mawson and cleared away by Joe Bryant. Perez Siol wins it back, but Locadia outmuscles him. Never mind. That really, really should have been 2-0. It really should have been 1-1, and then it really should have been 2-0. And as it happens, no goals. Campos played through. Now this should be 2-0. Rodak is such a good keeper. He really is. I don't know what rating he's at. I might scout him just out of curiosity. Sander Berger with a header. Oh, it could still fall for me. Rodak with a good save initially as well, and it falls free. Cano can't turn it home, and then in the end fouls a Fulham man trying to do exactly that. Get it to cross the line. Sander Berger chests that down to Campos. Fire it to Abadia, and he's going to go again here. Campos going to have to hit it early. I can't, and they've cleared it away. They have just smashed it out there. Baranachea will come off, and Reina will come on again. Let's bring Brian Son on, and maybe... I'm not sure. What I might like, actually, is another dynamic midfield option. Ollie Skip is just a bit too defensive. We'll wait and see what we do in the transfer window. I want to get Don Brown. At least it's my initial plan to get Don Brown back. If you think we should wait another season before we get Don Brown back, then by all means let me know in the comments, and I'll sign someone else or look to improve elsewhere. Oh, touch from Abadia. But not the finish. The turn was brilliant. I'm back to Carousel. Who do you guys want to get promoted? As obviously you will already know who's going to get promoted because the playoff final has already happened in real life. But as I'm recording this, like I say, it hasn't yet. Who did you want to get promoted, shall I say? Who were you rooting for in the playoff final? Did you want to see Fulham back in the Premier League, or did you want perhaps something a little bit different and Brentford to come up? Nice touch by Brian Son. Can Abadia finally please get a goal? Thank you. 2-0, and Abadia is off the mark for the season. Brian Son reacted well, to be fair, because it was the defender that got in the way of that. Buried in the bottom corner this time. Sorry, Rodak. Not to be. I say he's off the mark. He scored the first goal, didn't he? His second goal of the Premier League season, Abadia. And finally, we have that bit of daylight that should ensure that we get the victory here as well. Even if things haven't necessarily been going our way off the field with regards to the transfer window, we at least have started the season in the right manner on the field. So fingers crossed that continues. We'll know by the end of tomorrow, or the next episode. I'm not sure if it'll be tomorrow. It might be 2 days' time still, depending on when I get back from holiday. But in the next episode, as we end the transfer window, we should hopefully be able to find out who we're going to get in our Champions League group as well. So fingers crossed it's kind to us. But Timmy Abraham is off the bench here for Fulham to try and make the difference, but with minimal time remaining. And me unable to actually play that pass for Brianson there. I think that's all she wrote for this one. Abadia tried to get it quickly to Brianson. Couldn't. Could still get it to him perhaps. Just try and keep possession. There's no point needlessly throwing it away, is there? Get it into Abadia. Can he get past the defender? I'll try something from distance. Oh, just to try and get him a hat-trick if we can. It's a good save by Roda. Joe Bryan going off, but a change at left-back isn't going to get them back in the game. Abadia did win that header, but comfortably cleared away. I'm just going to volley that up. I was hoping he was going to kick it off the field, to be fair. Come on, ref. There we go. 2 wins to start the season. 2 clean sheets to start the season. The question is, will we actually get any bids in for any of the players we're trying to sell? I've got some money to be raised, please. Because I haven't got enough to bring in Don Brown. And he is my personal preferred target. But if you guys would like me to do something alternate to that, then do let me know in the comment section. I will not record the next episode until I have seen your feedback here. Abadia is up to 84 rated. Shot power and attack positioning going up, and a big boost to his overall. 84 for our main striker. What a pickup he has been. Unbelievable. Really, really pleased with the way that he's progressed. We're unfortunately only 6th. So far, our goal difference of +3 sees us lower than everybody else. Why does nobody want to buy my players? Hello, please. Transfer market, someone do something. Well, actually, we're level on goal difference with Arsenal and Chelsea. It's purely goals scored that sees us in 5th. Actually, Arsenal have played 4. So, and Liverpool have played 3. And Liverpool have played 3 as well, although they've won them all, so they'll stay top. Well, I am unsure as to why I haven't had any bids. Slightly frustrating. If that continues to be the case, then we may need to look at alternative options. And, well, we will have to look at alternative options. I cannot afford Don Brown with the money I have. Nor are they interested in anyone I'd be willing to let go. So it might be a centre-back we sign in this window and then improve elsewhere later in the save, either in January or in the summer window of Season 9. But for now, that's where today's episode is going to end. Thank you very much for watching. Do drop the video a like if you enjoy. Streams will return on the evening of the 10th. Not sure when this goes live. I think this is going to go up on Sunday, so it might well be Tuesday by the time you get another career mode episode. If I can get one out on Monday, I will, but I'll let you guys know on Twitter what the situation is, so do follow me there, and of course on Twitch as well if you want to watch the streams. But for now, that's all for me from today. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to go on holiday. I'll see you later.